and you are now tuned in to the Actual Factualz. It's the Actual Factualz.
And welcome back to the Actual Factualz. I am your co-host. They call me Josh Moody. It is the handsome one, the dancing one, the prancing one, the shancing one. You gotta say it twice. It's always better when you say it twice.
What's up, everybody? I'm your other co-host, Odeseye. I'm not the dancing one, the prancing one. I'm the simple one. But we got a special guest that we were telling you about last episode.
Cheer.
His name is Curtis Shannon from Staten Island, New York. We're gonna let him tell you about himself. Appreciate you for coming on the show, by the way.
Oh yeah, appreciate y'all for having me, man. Like, this is really monumental right here.
You know, stop.
You know, culture, right?
Nah, of course for the culture. You know, this could be Breakfast Club. This could be, anything y'all could think of. You know, like, and we here from the mud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This family right here, y'all, we grew up, I'm telling y'all, since St. Mark's. If y'all don't know what St. Mark's is, I don't know what to tell you. But like I said, this is Staten Island's own, my guy. So, Chris, we're going to jump right into it, bro. We appreciate you. You've been following the show for a little while now, providing us with feedback. And as you know, we like to provide this platform of, former athletes. Not just former athletes, but a lot of times we like to talk about sports and stuff. So, giving athletes, former athletes, this platform to talk about things that they're doing in the community or doing out there in the world and entrepreneurship and all those types of things. So with that being said, tell the little people about yourself. Tell the people what you do and what you got going on right now.
Okay. So yeah, basically right now what I got going on, I am the head of sports performance at Lifetime Athletic Sky. So I'm the owner and co-founder of Elite Athletic Systems.
That's actually the shirt you have.
Yeah,
hold on. Before you keep going, I'm just saying, when am I going to get a shirt? I saw a hoodie when it was like the fall of 2017. I said, wait, you having one too?
That's an actual shirt.
That's a fact.
Okay. Still waiting though, right?
Just saying, makes the muscles look
see the thing with this guy right here is, this guy right here.
I walked right into it.
This guy right here, he was about, I don't know, he was like two different types of shirt sizes, and then he told me he wasn't really sure. He was an XL. Now my man is slim. My man's looking like a medium or a large right now.
That's a large.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't gas it.
So I had to try to figure it out. But I got something for you guys. I got something on the way for you guys. Exactly, definitely.
But so tell the people what you do. I know you training athletes. You work at Lifetime Sky, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm training at Lifetime Athletic Sky, where I oversee most of the sports performance there. We work with a few NBA guys, by the likes of Carmelo Anthony, J.R. Smith.
Stop! Stop it!
Oh man,
we're gonna say that further into the interview.
Right.
All right.
So for those that don't know, Lifetime is where they have the big pickup games during the summer. Like I think LeBron had flew in, KD, James Harden,
everybody popping up out there.
Yeah, it's overseen. It's ran by my guy Chris Brickley. He was a skills development coach for the New York Knicks for maybe about like 3-4 years, and then decided to branch off into his own.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah, entrepreneurship at its finest. And now we're working with him and the rest of the guys that come through to Lifetime that are from the NBA, overseas. Basically, whatever they need training, they need the sports performance, they need recovery, prehab, anything they need, they can come get it at Lifetime. It's a one-stop shop. I mostly take care of the sports performance and the strength and conditioning there. That's one thing I do, and the other thing with Elite Athletic Systems is kind of the same. That was something that I started maybe about 2-3 years ago from working at a sports performance and physical therapy center in Raritan, New Jersey. So I got my first shot working with Mohamed Sanu, Tim Wright, a few others. Dominic Easley.
Just to name a few.
From the mud, actually. Dominic Easley.
Facts.
Main shot number one. And then I worked at IMG Academy, where I was the second in command assistant sports performance and strength coach for the NFL Combine training, where I was working with about 18 to 22 of like college football's top prospects. So we had 22 guys, and out of the 22 guys, currently right now, about about 11 to 14 of them, they're on NFL rosters. Maybe about 5 to 6 of them are actually starters right now. One being Kenyon Drake, just going to be the starting running back for the Miami Dolphins.
Now, he finished up last year. I think he started the last 4 games, got 600 yards.
Started the last,
He can play.
The last 4 to 5 games. A real complete back, can pass, block, catch, can run.
He's definitely a 3-down type of back. For
Anything you need him to do, he can do it.
So tell the people how you got into it, because if y'all don't know, this man did play college football, played football his whole life. We grew up playing football together. So tell the people about that transition and how it worked, because football was always the NFL was always the dream for all of us. I say that to you guys all the time. But tell the people how you transitioned into this and what made you, pick up this passion.
Right. So how I transitioned into this lane, I had a lot of, made bad choices in college, injuries, eligibility. So the eligibility was probably self-inflicted, but the injuries were something that I just couldn't help. Knee injuries, ankle injuries, things of that nature. So that kind of like prohibited me and stunted my my growth and my confidence as far as on the field and what I could do and what I couldn't do. Around like my junior year, I decided like I'm probably just gonna like hang it up, because I feel like I'm just not getting right. Like it's just not working for me. So I was in a dark place. I was in a dark period in my life around that time. Because when you do something for so long, your whole life,
it's your identity.
I
know.
Every single day, it's like
that's a fact.
And then you have to live it without living in it, and it kind of like hurt. And it was like a dark part in my life. So, but everything happens for a reason. God doesn't make mistakes. So
it's actual factual.
Actual factual, right? So so I basically got in touch with a mentor that was like a real pioneer at Morgan State University in the community, in the school. Been there for 50 years. And he basically told me like you need a plan B. You need a plan B. You can't just sit and mope and just be sad and let your life go by. So what is it that you want to do? I don't really know. What is it that you don't want to do? I know exactly what I don't want to do. So once I figured out what I didn't want to do, I just took it from there. And then I just tried to stay in the lane, which was close to football.
Close to the game.
Close to the game, as close as possible. So I interned for the sports medicine department at Morgan State University, interned for the strength and conditioning department for Morgan State University. And within the last year, I like oversaw everything as far as on the student, as far as student interns. I got to be sideline with the doctors of the Baltimore Ravens. Got to sit in at meetings. It was a real amazing experience. So, and they respected me. So it really made me feel like, wow, football, as far as the physical is done, but like my mind, everything is still in the game. As far as sports, as far as being able to find a way to make sure that what happened to me doesn't happen to any of them,
So I gotta ask, what is the plan for elite athletic systems? Like, what's your 5-year plan look like?
Okay, so my plan with elite athletic systems, the 5-year plan is just to be a staple, just to basically be a staple in the sports performance environment, sports performance world. I want to have my own facility, where everybody comes to it. Athletes that play football, basketball, soccer. I want to have the best physical therapists. I want to have the best athletic trainers. I want to have other great trainers with me, so it can grow and be a community where everybody is able to get the top knowledge. Everybody is able to get the best of the best. Like the system, elite athletic systems. So, and not even just athletes. Anybody that wants to train, that's anybody that wants to train in a way that's not so mundane, that's not so routine. It's not so I just pick things up and put them down, and really wants to improve their quality of life and really wants to take their training regimens to different levels. Then we're the place for
that's
you.
For you. That's look, just take a look. You know what I'm saying? Look at the arms. It ain't just a shirt. There's actual work that's being put in. Like my man does a lot I follow, like I said, I just happen to know the man, so maybe you guys are not as lucky as I am, and I know all the great things that he's doing, and I know that if y'all follow him, I believe you're gonna get all his IGs and that stuff, guys. You follow him, you'll be able to contact him, he'll be able to get you all that information if you're looking for a trainer. My guy's right, New York City, he's right here. He's literally on the island, and he can get you in any borough. He's in the city. Hit him up, my guy. So we're going to transition here. We spoke a little bit about the things you got going on. I know you're an athletic guy. You keep up with all the sports and all the good stuff. So, of course, we got to get your opinion on some of these great debates that we've been having going on here. So I'm going to save the best one for last, okay? And I'm going to simply talk NBA 2018 Finals as of right now. Even though you know that what the series already is at this very point, who you got winning the series?
As of right now, I don't want these guys to win, but I gotta go with the Warriors just because they got a deeper team, and LeBron just doesn't have the help. Like, I would love to see LeBron win it because everybody loves the underdog. Everybody loves that. And then that leads to another conversation about LeBron being the GOAT versus Jordan.
Well, no, we're gonna say that for later.
So
let me
go ahead, bro.
Let me ask you this: do you think if Kevin Love can stay healthy and Jordan Clarkson and George Hill have averaged about 20 points this game, you think they can win? I mean, JR, he's each 20. Yeah.
No,
that's impossible. That's asking a lot. That's asking a lot for them guys, and they don't have home court advantage. So the key thing with role players and stuff like that, the home court is like a real boost for their confidence. They're familiar. They're familiar with the court. They're familiar with
spots.
And
and that's kind of you look at Golden State. They know their spots, and when they play home,
well, they're more of a veteran team in my eyes. I feel like they're a team that can go on the road to play. And honestly, they're built to win anywhere, anytime, in the parking lot, in grandma's backyard. It don't matter because they just got. First of all, you got 3 elite shooters. You got Draymond who can damn near play point guard. So you got 3 dudes who can run a screen for each other. They can come off a screen. If you miss, you wide open. Clay took a nasty fall. I actually thought he was going to be out with that little. I don't know if you guys peeped that little nasty fall that he took when JR fell underneath him, but. He's a tough kid. I honestly think he's been the one that's been saving him. Anytime, it seems like they're on the ropes and about to get KO'd. For some reason, the quietest dude on that team, the most humblest. It's hard to say that because Steph is a pretty humble dude himself. On the basketball court is one thing. You can be as savage as you want.
Because I'm about to say he be flexing sometimes.
That's the place where you're supposed to do. That's the place where you're supposed to turn
off the court.
He's a humble dude. And like I said, he is the poster boy, the pretty boy of the NBA of the NBA. He's the golden child, the Christian man, the wife, light skin. I'm just gonna keep it a stack here. This is actual factual. We want to speak facts. And if you think about it, LeBron has the same record. Okay, I'm talking about off the court. Okay, but he's more outspoken. He's darker skinned. He's not received the same well as Steph Curry received. I'm just gonna state the facts here. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about here. But nonetheless. Golden State's going to be tough. I think. Who do you think is going to be the X factor for Cleveland if they were to do it?
For Cleveland?
Yeah.
X factor will have to be. I mean, Kevin Love is already expected to do work, right?
Isn't that a shame though?
Right. He's like, come on, like he shouldn't be the X factor. But an X factor, a real X factor would be Jeff Green.
That's a good one. That's
over Tristan?
That's a good one.
Yes, over Tristan.
That's a good one.
Jeff,
because he needs to score. I agree with you, bro.
Right. And Tristan Thompson, don't get me wrong, he's a good energy piece. But what happens when you don't bring that energy? What happens when you
I feel like lately though he's been bringing that energy.
Yes, but you can't. As far as an X factor, I think Jeff Green has the capabilities to be the biggest X factor because of his perimeter defense. And as far as besides LeBron on that team, he's like a guy that can really create his own kind of offense. Somewhat. And he's long, he's tall, he's athletic, and he's been in the playoffs before. It's veteran. Battle tested, with the Celtics, so it's just, I think he can be the biggest X factor for the Cavaliers because you can't really rely on anybody else, Rodney Hood, or you can't really rely on Jordan Clarkson. Like,
he's still young.
They're babies.
He's a good player, but he's still young.
They're babies. And J.R. Smith,
Now let me ask you, because J.R. said he thought they was gonna call a timeout. What do you think about that, honestly?
No,
he's just covering
he made
himself.
a mistake.
He made a mistake, and he doesn't want to man up.
Yeah.
Like, because if you look at the film, if you look at the replay slow mo, he was like,
he clearly thought
he had a JR moment, you know, like he had a JR moment, you know, and that's what you get out of JR. Like, you can.
He can be really good, or he can really hurt the team.
Yeah, JR is one of those players. It's probably maybe 5 players in the league.
Streaky, man.
In the league where it's like, like, you know, like it's like, oh, you see, he's doing his thing, and then it's like, on the other hand, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's JR. You know, JR, Lance Stevenson, JaVale McGee, Nick Young. I mean,
And you are now tuned in to the Actual Factuals.
So I wanted to switch gears here, because as we know, this is the Cavs and Warriors' 4th straight year. I know we're a little sick and tired of it, but I honestly would love to see LeBron do the impossible. And in my eyes, he's already this to me. So I wanted to get your opinion on this. Do you think LeBron is already the greatest of all time in terms of, and I'm walking into the LeBron MJ debate, or do you think he needs to do this or do this, win this impossible championship, or do more after this to be considered the GOAT? Or do you think he will never be the GOAT? MJ still has it.
This is a tough question. This is a real tough question. I had a conversation with a guy yesterday about it. You see Jordan's accolades and you see LeBron's accolades. We talking like basketball and all that. Like, I feel like as a basketball player, overall basketball player, I believe LeBron James is the greatest overall basketball player. Period. As far as what he can do on the court, and you got to even take
everything.
It, you know. And it's crazy because it's such a close race between him and Mike. You gotta find other facets, you know. So you gotta look at it like, yo, has Mike ever been a GM, like a low key general manager for the team, and put teammates together and decided all right, you get rid of everybody else and let me just keep JR. You know, I'm pretty sure Mike had that power, but as far as a whole team, constructing a whole team, a makeshift team, just seeing what you're seeing this year alone, it's a makeshift team that they got. They got rid of. They essentially had 3 or 4 different teams.
Yeah, I think the only people that stuck around was JR, Kevin Love, and Tristan, right?
Those are only 3 that stayed.
Jeff Green was there in the beginning too. But nonetheless, great point. And honestly, do you think, and I think this would be a great comparison, do you think MJ, if Michael Jordan played in the NBA today, and on this Cleveland Cavaliers team, do you think he carries his team to the finals in the same East, and just replace MJ with LeBron?
No, I don't think so.
Excuse me, LeBron with MJ. No, MJ with LeBron. Yes.
No, LeBron.
And you said no.
I don't. If you put LeBron on that Bulls team.
I mean, if Michael on the Cavs right now, this team, 2018 with Clarkson and all these dudes.
If you put Mike on that team, no, they wouldn't get there. Mike will probably average 80 points a game. 80 points a game, you know, still.
Think so? I don't know. I just feel like the league is so much more athletic now. I feel like it's a different.
I
think he would still do him.
If he was playing in his time,
I think Mike is still. Yeah, his athleticism transfers well.
Any error.
If you can jump from the free throw line and bang it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, but you got to look at the bigs and how athletic they are now. Anthony Davis, Boogie. You know what I'm saying? The bigs are athletic.
Every single last one.
I mean, you know who he is? You know who he is right now?
Every single last one.
He's Russell Westbrook right now with more IQ. A little bit slower, not as fast, but I believe he's that athletic. And with a shot. And with a shot. I believe his athleticism translates in any era. 2030, Mike's athleticism still is going to
translate. And forget athleticism. His skill was unmatched. And I think in present day, he probably would have had a 3-point shot. So I'm just saying he would have been tough in any era.
Yeah, because exactly. Because that era was like mid-range,
go to the rack, dunk on you, post moves, stuff like that. So like I'm just imagining MJ in this. I just saying I don't think he can carry a team the way LeBron does.
No,
LeBron does way too much on a basketball court. Okay. Now, if I asked you, who do you want taking the last shot, MJ or LeBron?
Of course, it's Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Of course.
Who's the best scorer, MJ or LeBron?
It's honestly close. It's a better score. I mean, it's closer than what people think. Cause you gotta. I mean, I'm gonna give the edge to Mike.
Okay.
But it's very close.
It's very close. And
it's like 1 and 1A. It's like 1A, 1 and 1A, basically.
And that's my argument to the whole the things that Jordan, you can say Jordan does better than Mike. Very, very minimal in my eyes. And even so, if LeBron's mentality was just to score all the time, I really think he would average 40 whenever he really could average 40. But his natural game, I'm getting everybody involved. I'm coaching out here. I'm the defensive general. He does way too much. And his IQ is second to none.
Craziest thing for me is when I saw LeBron remember the life.
Yeah, that
Boston Celtics interview, bro, that was crazy.
Second to none.
Like, he really just stood there. He's like,
with his Harry Potter glasses. Bull really looked like a. I'm saying he got the Thanos head. Don't sleep, Bull really Thanos, whatever his name is.
Right.
So we wrapping this up. Welcome back. It's the Actual Factualz, man. I am your host. They call me Josh Moody.
Y'all the co-host having a day shift.
And this is Curtis Shannon. It's a pleasure being on with y'all. You know, history in the making right here.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Love me, IG.
You know, IG, C Shannon Elite. Elite Athletic Systems. Same thing on Instagram.
We'll get you all that information. If you get this far and you at the credits, it'll be right behind us anytime soon. But we about to be off this. It's the Actual Factualz. I'ma holler at y'all. On yourselves.
Peace.
It's the Actual Factualz.